One of the things I really love about this show is that we have seen, someone that's dying, living, for those final moments. We've seen that a few times, and this sort of takes that and turns it on its head. And I think there are even a few moments in the pilot where they call out like the cheesy cancer movies, and I like that. What would you say pop culture gets wrong about dying?
Oh, that's a good question. I think, I don't know. I'll go back to what you said about how they presented the show to me was, we've all seen the movies about people living like they're dying and cut to the end and they're gone. And within the first scene of this pilot, it's you're gonna live.
Yeah.
So it's sort of, we took that idea and ran with it. And I don't think we've ever, I think in pop culture, there's something so, they sort of milk that idea of the dramatic death, which is, does happen, but a lot of times people do go on to better times, and they get to live a longer life. And I'm trying to think back on anything I've seen. I can't remember a situation where the person lives after all, and then it becomes a story about something else. Right. Because in the pilot, it starts as that, but that's not really what the show is about. The show is about everyone finding their place and figuring out where the pieces fit and where they don't fit.
Your story kind of starts where other people's stories sometimes end.
Exactly.
Which I thought was really interesting.
I give major props to the writers because I thought it was a really interesting take on an idea that we hear all the time.
For sure, exactly. Yeah. I went into the pilot purposefully not knowing anything about it, and within like 5 minutes I was like, oh, are we doing that story again? And then like 6 minutes and I was like, oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah, you have to stick with it because you and I were just saying, like, with a new show introducing so much, it's hard for you to grasp onto it and care.
Yeah.
And I think that, I'm obviously biased, but I think we did a good idea at making you want to see where our world goes, like where we go, what paths we take, what decisions we make. So hopefully.
And to your point, sort of expanding on that theme, one of the big themes of the show is sacrifices that loved ones make so that she could be who she was. Obviously, you have you're lucky enough to have you've got so much success going on in your life. Whenever you're able to sit there and you're able to talk about popular shows that you've done and that you are doing, do you look back at sacrifices that your friends and family made for you to be sitting right there right now?
Yeah, I mean, biggest sacrifice I can think of is my mom, who is unbelievable. Like, listen to her 15-year-old daughter say, let's move to LA because I want to be an actress. And my mom never for once, she never didn't support me. We packed up the car, we moved to LA, and she would work, she's a nurse, so she would work nights, drive me to my auditions during the day, sleep in the car, and she cashed in her retirement to move to LA. So I just don't know how I got so lucky to have someone who would do that for me. I'm trying to figure out how to
phrase this question right, but what made her do that? Like, had you been doing, did she see just that natural, because I feel like it's easy now to look at it, but at that time.
But it's like, how do you know when you're looking at a kid if they're going to crash and burn? Right. Or, because people always ask me that, like, should I support my daughter in going into show business or my son? And I want to say protect them, please protect them, knowing what I know now. But it's also like, you're there to support their dreams and what they want to do. But honestly, I would have to ask my mom that. But I think she's a very intuitive person, and maybe she just could see that spark in my eye and could tell that, because like we never had a plan B, we never had a backup plan, like at all.
That's
so
insane.
If it failed, we would have been broke, like moving back to Memphis. So, it worked out.
Yeah. She has to be looking back and going, she's got to be pretty
She's
proud
probably like,
oh, thank God.
Yeah, breathing.
Yeah. Wow. Obviously, when a character thinks that she is going to die, she finds out she's not going to die. Massive life-changing news. In your own personal life, professional life, what's the most life-altering news you've ever received?
The most life-altering news I have ever received, I think it would. Obviously, I could say like when I booked Pretty Little Liars or something, which was obviously amazing. It was when I found out I was going to become an aunt for the first time. My sister, she's now 3, and now I have 2 nieces, but that to me was one of the most groundbreaking days of my life. I love those.
Are you
girls.
Like the cool Aunt Lucy? What?
So you know what's so funny? Yeah, I like to. I'm the only. Yeah,
really? So you can only go
So
uphill.
I'm definitely the best one,
right.
But I think It's so funny. I love shopping for them, and my sister dresses them in a very different way than the stuff that I buy them. Like, I'm buying them Doc Martens and leather jackets.
Love it.
My sister's
You're more stylish than I am.
She's like, cute, and just like puts them in the back of the closet, and no. But yeah, I try to be. They live in Tennessee, so I try to see them as often as I can.
See, I have an older sister. I want her to have kids so I can be the cool Uncle Jake that buys.
It's the best in the world. Yeah.
Obviously, you're no stranger to success in television. You had this like little show that people might have met. This little thing. Yeah. So whenever you do something like that and it's successful and you can sort of check that off the list and you move forward from there, what did Pretty Little Liars teach you about what you did and did not want from future projects?
Oh wow. I mean, there's so much growth that happened as a person and as an actress on PLL. I think I got very lucky with that show that it was a lovely experience and it was exciting and it was the success that everyone dreamt of. But I think after, coming to the end, I was like, what do I want to do with my life? What choices do I want to make? Because there were opportunities that I could have jumped on that didn't excite me.
Right.
And I always said after that, I want to keep doing things that just light my soul up on fire. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't know if I wanted to do TV. I thought I was going to take a break. And there were points in my career where I was like, I don't even know if I want to act anymore.
Really?
But those are just questions that you have to ask. And so this show, LifeChanging, is such a great reminder of I am where I'm supposed to be, and I love what I do.
Yep.
And creatively, this has been so fun for me. And I got to explore new areas that I had never explored before on other shows. And
Well, you deserve all the happiness
Thank
in the
you
world.
so much.
I'm so excited for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for putting up with my nerdy questions.
Thank you. No, those were great. No, those were actually thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.